Good evening. Welcome to another edition of African Americans Ain't Africans, the Think Show that proves without a shadow of a doubt that the so called African American didn't find their way to America in the trunk of a ship. This program, all past programs, and upcoming programs are mainly for those people only. If other people want to come and learn, okay. Remember, don't take what you learn and use it against yourself. It's for your nourishment. It's for your trip on your evolvement if you are evolving. One of the things we're going to have to do is pay attention to what's happening around us. Most people don't pay attention, they don't care. Whatever flashes on the TV, you run to. Whatever sounds good, you run to. You've heard the story of the Pied Piper of Hamelin. One of your black artists calls himself that. If you know the Pied Piper, now this is something you learn when you're not even 7. You learn about the Pied Piper of Hamelin. You should be able to pick it up even if it hasn't been told to you. So when you talk about melanin and all that, you don't even know what it's for. The cracks in the foundation of the USA. I mean, if you're not looking, you're not gonna see it. Most people don't look; they just hear something and go with it. Okay, that's how they're trained. They don't look at how it's going on now, how it's connected to what was going on 30 years ago, not connected to what was going on 60 years ago. The average person doesn't do that. People that do that are indigenous people to where they're from. So let's say you're indigenous to Jamaica. You're going to know the food, the seafood, the fishermen, the nature, the nature of Jamaica, what grows there, what are the growing seasons. You're going to be a part of that. You're going to know that. You're going to be in tune with that. Make you indigenous. You know what's going on. You know the season. You know everything. Not what kind of clothes you wear, not who can roll the biggest blunt, none of that shit. You're going to be a part of that, whatever you are. If you're from Russia, if you're from China, if you're from Africa, all these places that people are from, they bring themselves with them. They bring themselves with them. And they come and plant themselves on top of your ass. But you pretend like we all friends and I can't live without them. That's why you lose. That's why you lose. And listen, African Americans ain't Africans is a place. If you don't understand what I'm saying, come up and ask. Just ask. We'll explain it to you. Once it's handed off to you, watch what happens. That's what we do. We spark it. That's what made America great. That's what everybody's coming and trying to do, but they can't do it because they're bringing where they're from over on you. And you don't know as usual. So this is not for those people. Now, like I say, you can learn and build on it. But these messages are for the indigenous people of America, or the true name, and you really should start saying this. I think the whole vibration thing, when we say something, the way we say it and the way we think it doesn't have the same frequency. We have to know those things. The way we say it and the way we do it, that's a different frequency. You got to know that. So what I'm saying, what we do here at African Americans Ain't Africans, that's who we speak to mainly. So if some things are said and you have some questions about it, come on up and ask, instead of thinking what somebody has planted on top of you and told you to say. Because that's how Black people, that's how African, that's how they move. Never no original ideas, never can figure out, still begging for reparations. You should have took that years ago, but you won't. You're the gatekeeper. You keep everybody locked in. We know. Everybody knows now. The cracks in the foundation of the USA, if you can't see it, then you're blind. And when you're blind, remember, when you're blind, what do you see? Nothing. Isn't that what Black is? But you refer to yourselves as that. Please, like I say, you can come up and ask questions. Don't let it be no dumb shit. It'll be answered. You'll get it. The people in my chat, they'll help you. They come with it. The cracks in the foundation of the USA. We're gonna get into that tonight. I mean, if you don't, I know some of y'all gonna be whatever. But the indigenous people know. Joining me, as always. You always got to have a woman. Always got to have a man. You always got to have each other. They'd convinced many of us later for that, how they were created, how they were able to breathe, walk in this, and to take it and throw it all away because some demon taught you that men create women and vice versa. Ugh. That's where the outside world is. Indigenous people are trying to maintain their place on the planet. Like I say, let's talk what we say many of you won't agree with because you've been trained to be something else. The cracks in the foundation of the USA. And you know how she do it. She do it every week, not playing, not bullshitting, not laying straight like it is. Like your mama putting a diaper on you. Simple. Lisa, what about these foundations?
Thank you for having me. Glad to be back. Yes. I feel like I'm back home. I feel like I'm back. It's good to be back. How are you doing?
This is well, my birthday weekend.
Happy birthday.
I don't know. Yeah, I had so many of them.
You're not older. You're better.
Praise Jesus. No, I done had so many. Yeah. Anyway, every day is a cool day. I mean, that's how I look at it.
Yeah.
Every day. Yeah. You know, not just one. You know, that's like a slave master tells a nigga he can have a day off. You can have your birthday off.
Yeah.
Gee, thanks, boss. You know what I'm saying?
It's
like every day.
Yeah.
You just gotta look at your birthday, the time you came in, what month, what was going on in the skies, because it might come through again. And the things you recognize about you.
Yes.
Who are you? And what is your connection to where you're standing on right now? birthday. Huh? And so this is why we got to know about so a question. So I was talking to this sister about that. And
Hmm.
the zodiac, we in the stars. I'm like, you think indigenous people have the same zodiac as those people over there?
Mm.
And then of course the dumb nigga look came on her face. Hmm? How did the indigenous people over here do it? I mean, they grew their crops different. I mean, you should know this. So Lisa, how's Babylon falling down?
Yeah, it's already falling, man. We just don't know it. It's already crumbled at our feet. We just stepping over rocks and don't realize it.
I mean, listen, this is what I'm
We
saying.
don't realize it.
It's basically that, and some of these things we have to know. I'm talking about as a nation of people. I'm not talking about certain groups in certain places. This is all of us.
Yeah.
I'm talking to other indigenous people. I'm not talking to other people who are in other sects who represent other ideologies. This is not for them. This ain't for them. Like I say, if you can learn from it, cool. If not, please. It's falling down, y'all. And I'm telling you, as long as we hang on to it and love it and want to take boss to where boss want to go, as long as we in that mindset, we losing. Would you say, Lisa?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's already. I mean, I think it's already falling. We just, like I said, we don't even know it. It's in. They're trying to emergency. They're trying to do some emergency resuscitation, try to keep it alive. It's gone. It's gone. It's gone. You trying to pump that chest. You trying to shock it, but baby, it ain't got no life left. There's no life left in this daggone government. There's no life left. It was a good run. The civilization was a good run. You had a good time. You stole a whole lot. But the thing about it is, this is what's interesting about them as a people, as an influx of immigrant thieves, they die off. Because really, if you really look at it, the people that came in the 1800s ain't the same people that are here now. The people that were here in the early 1900s, they ain't the same people that's here now, for God's sake. You know what I mean?
Could you say that one more time?
See,
say that one more time.
The thing about these immigrants, these immigrant invaders, is that they die off quickly. And that the people that came in the 1800s, they're not here anymore. They're not here now. And the people that came in the early 1900s aren't here now. Okay. These people die off quick. If you look at it, if you just do the genealogy or just look into the families of people around you, they got their grandparents, their parents, they might be in them, and then they may not have no grandchildren. They may not have none. Okay. A lot of them don't have any. And if they do, they may have one or two. They die off quickly. And then add to it the fact that they're suicidal and they love drugs. Okay. They love drugs. They have a lot of psychological problems and they take a lot of drugs. Okay. See, the inconvenient thing about being the people that's always telling the story about everybody else and never telling the truth about yourself is that nobody knows the truth about you. But who knows the truth about you? We do, the indigenous people. But we are such good, nice, kind, loving, hearted people. We don't spread no tales about you. We don't tell your business because that's the boss business and we don't tell on the boss. Do we?
No.
But the boss got a lot of problem family members and a lot of family problem children. And of those that survive, if they survive, okay? And then if you look around the world, they have a lot of birth defects and a lot of daggone diseases, okay? They're not around. So what we got to understand is not only are the people that's trying to hold up this this hypocrisy that they call a government together are barely alive, but they don't have anybody to pass it on to. So they've brought in all these brown-skinned immigrants, and now they're like, what the hell do we do? Like, they don't really, they're like, oh shit. They realize they don't have anybody there to pass off except these brown-skinned immigrants, and they don't even like them. They don't even like them. So they really don't know what the hell they've done. They didn't think about it. And then guess what? The smart ones, because we talked about this. Remember, we talked about the fact that the silent generation died off. A lot of them have died off already, and they didn't teach their kids nothing.
Right.
And they were holding this thing together. Like, they kept this whole facade of this government and this whole like psyops of who's who, and telling the Negro who they are and keeping the Negroes stupefied. They had that all. They had it in sync. They had a whole system of doing that. Their children, they didn't teach them a darn thing. So the generation that's those young baby boomers like me, myself, and Carrie, our peers don't know a doggone thing. They don't know what to do. They have not a clue.
Nada.
Not a clue. So as soon as they mammies and daddies passed away, they just start screwing up big time. They just screwed up big time because they're not very smart. And they have no idea what they're doing. And they don't have any very intelligent children because they hardly have any children. So they don't have any like, oh, maybe the next generation will save us. No, they don't. All they have is these weirdos that they've imported into this country. Look at them in the face. Went ready to do their bidding. They're petting, So they're petting at the feet. These damn Africans and Southeast Asians and Asians just petting, trying to get an opportunity to give me the ball. They don't even know how to catch the ball. Just like, give it to me, like whatever. They just want it. You know what I mean? They don't know how to play, but they want to be passed to, right? And that's what we got going on in this country. It's a hot mess. It has fallen completely apart. And meanwhile, Negroes are sitting there, well, if we just vote.
Still.
Niggas, if y'all had went out and voted, we wouldn't have this demon Trump in office and our lives would be so much. What? You think your problem is Trump? You stupid as hell.
But isn't that exact? But isn't really
it's childlike thinking. It's like, y'all, it's not simple like that. You're thinking like a baby. Grow up.
But do you think that's a product of like when you said the baby boomers didn't teach their kids nothing? Could that play into that? Because you're right. You don't know nothing.
Well, yeah, but you know what? The other thing is the real problem is baby boomers don't know nothing. The silent generation didn't teach the baby boomers nothing, and the baby boomers don't know that. See, what the baby boomers, the thing that happened with the baby boomers is they got educated, and the education, they abandoned Big Mama and them. Big Mama and them don't know nothing. It's like what you talk about, raising in the sun. When she came home from college and talked about Africa,
right,
and she taught her mama that they was from Africa, right? Because mama didn't know, right?
Right.
So she, with her university, I'm going to be a doctor education, came home and told mama, we African, and I got me a new African boyfriend. See, that was the linchpin. That's what happened to the baby boomers. The baby boomers thought that they were smarter than their parents. Dumb as hell.
Damn.
And what the baby boomers are the first generation that whatever these Anglo professors told them, they believe it. And most of the Anglo professors were these weirdo liberals, and we all know that liberals are the most evil person on the planet. But see, you think because they grew up in these colleges listening to these liberal professors, they feel like, oh, they're the only white folks that love us. The liberals, the Democrats, they love us. But no, anybody who's gonna smile in your face and pat you on the head and act like you poor Negro, no, that's not your friend. They don't respect you. Oh, poor thing. Oh, you poor, and misinform you about yourself on purpose. Those aren't your friends. So it's the baby boomers that believe that these good hippies were their friends, and if we just get away from those people who look in our face and say, I don't like you, and they mean it, and they're honest, well, you rather be with the liars. I don't want to be with somebody who's smiling in my face and stabbing me in the back. I'd rather just have someone says, I don't like you to my face. I'd rather for you to say, I don't like you, nigga, than to sit up there and be like, oh, yeah, can I touch your hair? It's so interesting. I just think it was so beautiful. No. I'd rather be with the person who calls me a nigga and says they don't like me and doesn't want their daughter, with my son. That's fine. I'd rather for you to be that than to be the other.
Well, Lisa, getting into, what the topic is for tonight, the cracks in the foundation of the USA. Now, I shared this with you about these buildings in New York. And, I implore everyone to go check it out. Just go pull up some videos on YouTube on Billionaires Row. It's something that Lisa alluded to a little bit earlier. Well, we think these billionaires and it's just a bunch of bullshit that they have created in what they do and how they move. I implore everyone to go check out what's happening with these buildings.
No, you should go ahead and you're going to show the video, right?
No, I don't want
that. Show a couple of minutes of it. Because what people need to know is, hey, Bad Saint, what people need to know is that that they're illusionists, right? That everything that we believe in is built on lies. And I know that it makes people scared and sad. It's like, oh, that's terrible. What do you think for the future? Well, then why are we living? Why are we doing anything if everything's so screwed up? Okay, but yeah, I understand. I'm sorry. I'm sad. I don't want it to be a horrible place, but it's always been a horrible place. We just didn't know it. Now, blissful ignorance has its place. Yeah, being dumb, it might make things go down a little easier. It does, right? Being ignorant makes things go down a little easier, but it doesn't make for you to be strong and be able to stand up and change anything if you're ignorant and you're full of fear. Okay, so let's deal with it. So you, in order to have no fear, you gotta face your fears, right? So first of all, let's look at this building. Let's look at this. What happened to the video?
Here it comes.
Yeah. So the video is about a building it's a skyscraper. This new skyscraper, right? And they thought that they are so great that they're going to show the world that they can build the tallest building and defy the rules of physics and let it be built like a pencil sitting on its eraser. That's what they said. It's supposed to be built like a pencil, sitting on very, very high and very, very narrow, but still able to, stand and withstand the winds and all that stuff. Right? Carrie, tell them what it's about.
Listen. Lisa bought this up a couple of years ago, and it rings true today. Not only are they on your land, they in your airspace. I know you think your airspace. Everything that flows above this motherfucker belongs to you, but you don't know. Like Lisa said, these demons trying to build a building like I can do anything. These are the demons we talk to you about all the time. You got to know it. If you don't know it, you're going to get devoured of it, like most Negroes always do. The higher you go up, the wind doesn't blow down here on the ground like it does 100 stories high. The wind doesn't do that. That's not nature. Doesn't, you think you can outsmart and outrun and outdo nature. You can't, demon. You can't. Now, the problem is we have a lot of Negroes that's with them on that. I would suggest that seriously think that. These guys building buildings that's not supposed to be built that high because the wind is different up there. But they don't want to listen. They Jesus is best friend. They can do whatever. And this is my point. Negroes, that's their daddy. Yes or no? And if somebody says no, could you please come up and explain why not? And you better not fuck it off. Check these demons out. Now, listen, I'm gonna go ahead and end it there because
It didn't play. I ain't hear nothing.
You didn't hear nothing.
Nope, I ain't hear nothing. Play it again, Sam.
Avenue, a 96-story luxury skyscraper on Billionaires Row, was
You hear it now?
Yes.
the tallest residential tower in the Western Hemisphere when it opened. It was the one with penthouses that sold for nearly $90 million. It was the building Jennifer Lopez and Saudi billionaires lined up to buy. That building has just been served with a 46-page lawsuit alleging 1,893 documented defects and a 10-inch crack in its structural spine. A penthouse that sold for $87 million now sits unsold at $15 million. The original developer has been foreclosed on by his own partner. The architect is...
I'm gonna stop it there. At least then we can get into it and explain what's going on.
Sounds like a plan, but basically, these people are illusionists. They believe things that do not exist. They make up things that aren't real. And they thought that they could do that with the building. They thought they could make a pencil thin building and put it up in record time and use the cheapest things possible and then charge the most imaginable and get away with it. That's what they thought. That's what they thought. Because they believe their own hype. See, they're hype people. They're illusionists. They lie. So they believe, oh, Copper Color Lifestyle, finally, where you been, girl? Where the hell you been?
See, you're missed.
Where have you been? I was looking for you. Okay. But yeah, anyway, sorry, y'all, I got distracted. But anyway, but yeah, I mean, they believe they are illusionists. They are full of lies. They create these myths, and then thanks to the Negro Indians, we believe in that shit. Them Indians believe it. Well, y'all so balls, you sure can go, man. Ghost boat, go boss, go. You know, we believe that. Oh
You
yeah, you can clone people. Sure you can. Sure you can, boss. No, you can't. You're dumb as fuck. You can't clone shit. Okay. Barely clone a sheep. You're dumb as fuck. No, you can't. Okay. I know you're dumb. Okay. I know the dumb stuff y'all do every day. You do dumb shit. Okay. And you lie and you make up daggone these medicines that ain't medicines. They cause more problems than they daggone fix. That's what you do. Okay. That's what you do. You are not the problem solvers. You're the problem makers. And that building is an example of the problems that these daggone demonic entities make. It is the end of civilization. That building symbolizes what is going on with this country. That they try to do fix it quick, jiffy pop. Let's make it happen. Smoke and mirrors and shit. And then you're supposed to be like, oh yeah. And everybody spends their money. Yes, because you know what? Why am I spending $300 million? It's because I can. These are assholes. These are dicks. And you know what? They deserve to lose their fucking money. But guess what? All these people are losing. So the people that built this shit, right? If you listen to it more, one of them, the architect, committed suicide. Okay, so all these people are fucking. They're all going down, right? Everybody's going down. They lost money, everything. And guess what? They all deserve it. They deserve it.
So you know, when you say that, you know who pops into my mind?
What?
You ever see that movie called Django?
Yeah.
Remember Samuel L. Jackson?
Yeah.
He was the ultimate coon.
Was he now?
Hey, so when that dude got killed, when the guy killed his massa, and how no, that's how African American and Black people are.
Oh yeah.
That's how they are.
Oh yeah.
Now, if you're an African American or a Black person out there that says I'm lying, I'm full of shit, you don't know what you're talking about, please. Right? You have all that you can explain why I'm bullshitting right now.
Because the same way people defend voting and all this other stuff that these daggone colonizational society people create for you to daggone be transfixed with, the same way you get transfixed by this shit is the same way Samuel Jackson is transfixed with his master. It's that same thing. They tell you what to value, and your ass goes lapping that stuff up. I go vote. You know, somebody told me on an app on TikTok the other day, my grandmother's 93 years old, and she been voting all her life, and she can't wait till you get to the next. Bitch, your grandmama, okay, is an idiot. Because she's been voting for 93 years and nothing has gotten better. She made things worse. She made things worse. Because we had, when she was a child, all these hospitals owned by us for us. All this indigenous land owned by us that we lost. All this daggone positions within hospitals and in business and our own businesses. We had our own towns. She watched all that get lost while she voted it away. What did that do for her or anybody? Nothing. So your grandma ain't smart, and neither are you.
So so how do you
smart?
Okay, so how do you? I just have this quick question because I know a lot of those people. As a matter of fact, I came out of those people because I used to be, thinking through the same way until I started really paying attention to this shit. What do you think, or how do you think we should we should intermingle with them or talk with them or whatever. Because when I talk to them, I want to vomit. Because I mean, they've been dumbed down that much.
You mean the people that are transfixed by the American colonizational society, and they don't understand that that's what they are actually they are in subjection to. They don't understand that what they're doing. Those people that have no idea what they're really doing, and they think that they're standing for black solidarity. I'm going out and voting. They try to take away our voters' rights. Let them take it, bitch. Let them take it. If they think they can take that shit, take that shit, motherfucker. Who cares about your dumb voting? Okay? Because all y'all do is a bunch of bullshit anyway.
Like building those buildings in New York.
Take your shit. Because your shit don't mean nothing. Why do you? This is the thing. What you believe is what gives them power. You give them the power that they think they have. Without
One more time.
You, nigga, give them the power that they think they have. If you do not give it to them, if you say no more, you ain't got no power, and stand on your coin on that, they gonna eventually realize that they don't got shit shaking. You gotta wait it out. You gotta have faith. You gotta work what you believe in. You can't just say it and be like, okay, I said it didn't work. No, bitch, you gotta rock it out. So you rock it out. You don't vote. You don't give them any attention. It's like a spoiled child. You don't give a spoiled child attention for bad behavior. You ignore the bad behavior, and you ignore that child when they are misbehaving. You don't be like, oh, goody, 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 baby. Oh, you have a little treat. You want a little cookie? You want a cookie for being a bad boy? You want a cookie? No, you don't do that. You say, okay, I'm freezing you out. You don't even acknowledge them. That kills them. You don't even acknowledge they exist. You act like they're a ghost. That drives them nuts. Because they can't exist without our attention. And until we understand what our power is and that we do have power, then we won't be able to have any power. You got to know it first, dummy. You got to know you got power first. I don't care about them. I understand that we are very powerful and these people are very weak and scared. I understand that they lie and they steal and they are corrupt and they are corrupt and they have no other way of functioning without being losers. And that at this time in history, for whatever reason, the universe was shielding them. It was protecting them. It was cradling them when they were doing all this corruption for the past 100 years. They were able to have a pass. But I know that universally the protection is over. And if you understand what is going on spiritually in the universe, you know that the time is now for you to stand up. But if you don't understand, if you're not spiritually connected, you don't know that. You're going to keep doing the same old dumb shit. Like, I got to go out and vote, but they take away our vote. We're done for. Oh my God, this guy Trump is going to ruin us. No, he's not. He's not. No more than Obama ruined you. They all are ruining you, but you are programmed to see it only one way. You're programmed to see it only one way.
And not your way.
One is good, one is evil, and that's all you know. You don't see the evil and the good in both. And you don't understand that they both are on the same team to manipulate your ass.
Period.
Obama ain't no enemy of Trump. As much as he wants to fake it that he don't like Trump and Trump don't like him, they all making money together. Trump makes Obama money. Obama make Trump money. All they care about is that they keep staying on top of your dumb ass. And that's what they got in common. What do you got in common with them? Nothing. Nothing. What you have in common is what all the other dummies have in common. That you're dumb enough to be manipulated by people who are not even better than you. And that's sad that you're being manipulated by people who are not better than you. They don't deserve to actually manipulate you or act like they can. But yet you allow them that. And that's what's disgusting and sad. That's
And
right, Bad Saint. They're playing good cop, bad cop. Exactly it.
and like those buildings are falling in New York, and it's not just New York, it's other places too. Check San Francisco. When you start looking at them, they're going to become comedy shows because it shows you how inept they are with running anything. The only thing what they keep the Negro in is fear. What you call the black man, African American, they basically run on fear. They don't think they can think for themselves. They don't think they can do anything. Let's talk to them. Ask them. Talk to them. Have a conversation with them. They'll tell you they're black.
DP2 World said, what happened to Tennessee and their voting rights? I don't know. Because guess what? I don't care. I really don't care. Tennessee better wake up and stop being dumb. Okay. They have all the power and all the control within themselves. But if they don't want to recognize it, they're not going to have it. Can't nobody make you be or do anything without your consent.
And also what's going on with Tennessee, and I want to say this because this is Tennessee. Remember when they had the 13 colonies, they stopped at Tennessee, Alabama, Kentucky. They stopped at those places. Why? And I'm going to let you guys figure that out because you should know.
No, don't let them figure it out. Read it to them.
No, because you
no. Don't explain it to them because we got people that are young and they're miseducated.
Okay.
Yes, please.
Listen, Alabama, Tennessee, Kentucky, Indiana, Ohio, all those places, those were Indian territory. Go look at a map from around that time. It's Indian territory. They couldn't get through to the interior. Remember, the Spanish and the Portuguese came and softened up. They couldn't get in. That's why they kept traveling south. Spanish in Alabama, they still couldn't get in. They moved down to Louisiana, the French. They couldn't get, well, they kind of got in there, but they couldn't get in through Mississippi. Know this stuff, guys. Know this shit. Look at it from your point of view. Stop letting other people come in and tell you what is, and you follow them. That's why we have this program tonight and showing these buildings falling and showing how the USA is crumbling.
A year or so ago, we did a program about Mason, Tennessee, and we talked about the fact that they had this manufacturing of a battery corporation coming out to a county that was run by the indigenous people. That the white folks had abandoned that county when they got into all kinds of like political exposure as being criminals and stuff, and they left in shame. And they had no government leaders, and the Negro Indians stood up and took charge of that county and ran that county and got it on its feet. And then now that there's a battery manufacturing plant fixing to come to Mason, the white folks want to take it back. They want to take the county back. And I reached out to Mason. I reached out to those daggone government officials, and I said, y'all are Indians. I said, I've done the genealogy on your mayor. And you all are this bada Indians, and y'all need to reclaim your identity and tell these daggone Anglos to get off your land and you're running your territory as the indigenous people you are. You see, we have the ability to do that kind of stuff. But do we have the balls? Right? So instead of begging about, you're going to take away, shake your shit. You're a friggin' indigenous or landowner. Friggin' shake your shit. Tell them, no, you're not coming back and taking nothing. We've been running this, and now we're going to let you know who we are. We are the Indians. This is our territory. We are running this. You will never come back here and run this. And when the battery plan comes here, it's going to benefit our people. So get the heck on. Step away. See, that your power is within you. But if you are scared, if you're going to sit up there and dance, I'm going to dance within the lines that they draw for me, because if I don't, what's going to happen? If you're scared of somebody who's scared of you, you're never going to win.
Ever.
How can you be afraid of somebody who's afraid of you? You don't even... So, I mean, somebody got to have some damn heart, some guts, some nerve. And then you're going to sit there and bawl out because somebody said they had the audacity to say they're going to take away your voting rights. I dare you. You know what? Take that shit, because whatever you got me voting for ain't shit anyway. Stop being a pussy. What are you doing? Oh, they doing things to people. And that's all. You know what they do that for? You know why they put that out there? Because they want the Negro Indians to know. It's a whip. That kind of stuff is a psychological whip in the air. That's all it is. It's a whip. So that all you daggone Indians can know, we can do that to you. If you don't act right, you're next, Negro. You're next. And then you sit up there and begging and cowering in the corner like, Lord, what they going to do to us is all because of Trump. And you want to believe that it's just one man, and that's why all your shit's gone wrong. What's wrong with you? I don't want you to be this stupid. I don't want people to be this ignorant. Why are we this ignorant? It's a joke. To stop it. They're taken away.
Which brings
How did they have the authority to take away anything? They invaded this country. They have no right to form this government. They have no right to this daggone government that's a corporation. They don't have any right to do anything. Stand on truth. Stand on facts. Stand unafraid, and you won't have anything to be afraid of. But if you sit up there and cower at every dumb threat they put out there, what's wrong with you? I'm ashamed. I'm ashamed of that. Because we need to be stronger and we need to be better. Now, there are some people who are woke. And y'all make fun of them people. Oh, that cruise ship is a lie. Yes, it is. Hantavirus. Y'all. Okay, let me tell you this. Hantavirus. I personally, Lisa Rena Cypress, was at risk for hantavirus for real. Okay? I rented a house in Mount Dora, Florida. They had some kind of infestation of rats, rodents in their attic, the house that I rented on the waterfront, right? I went into the closet and pulled on the string of the attic, and daggone, droppings fell down, dusty, into my closet floor, and it fucked me. I mean, first of all, even before that happened, I was so allergic to the bedroom that I couldn't sleep in there. I could not sleep in the bedroom, okay? I had to take down the Levolor blinds they had in there, throw it into the daggone patio. Like, I was allergic. And even after I did that, I still could not sleep in that bedroom. I cleaned the carpet. I could not sleep in there. There was an infestation that could have given me hantavirus. And I told the landlord that that's what I could have got. They had them daggone animal droppings came down from the ceiling and the daggone drop down staircase for the daggone attic. That could have given me for real. That was a real exposure of the dust from daggone rodent droppings. That's for real, for real. That's what you would need to get exposed to hantavirus. And boo, I did not catch it. Okay, I didn't catch it. Even with that direct situation, they definitely could have given it to me. It is not something that flies in the air and you're going to catch off a cruise ship. It's not going to be in the air in a cruise ship. It's not, it don't work like that. Okay. You got to have a extreme situation. And I had an extreme situation and I still didn't get it. Okay. And I don't care if some white woman died, that's a celebrity's wife, and they said she died of hantavirus. Stop believing the damn hype. They're full of shit. They want you scared. And
That's all
and they know the Indians believe whatever they tell them. And I don't know why we believe these liars.
Just imagine the amount of bullshit that's came down over the past year.
Man, Saint said I had a slumlord. I sure did. I had a very high price slumlord in this daggone waterfront damn house I was renting. That was a high price. But see, the thing was, I was so busy working that I really didn't have time to fucking, fight with him. I was too busy like working and doing dumb shit. Anyway, and what is Jiffy Pop? It's a popcorn. It's like a popcorn you put on the stovetop. It has a foil thing on it, and then it blows up. The popcorn, you just use a little foil pan and you put it on the stove, and then it pops in the foil, and the foil turns into a big dome because of popcorn pops. And it's a healthier way to have popcorn without using the microwave, but not as healthy as air popping. You don't watch the news? I mean, no, I don't watch the news, but see, the thing about it is you don't need to watch the news. The people spread the news on the internet, and it's even worse because they add their political views to it and their remix of the fear and all that extra stuff to it. So it's even worse when you just like, oh, I'm just nonchalantly looking at my feed of information that comes on my social media or some of these platforms, and you're like, oh God, and a lot of it's not even real news. Now they can make something look like it's some real news and it's not. Remember I had contacted Carrie the other day. I said, what's going on in Cali? Somebody's saying that Compton's on fire and they're having some kind of Watts riot. And then he contacted his people out there and they were like, ain't nothing happening out here. So, I mean, that's the problem with it. It's like, you cannot really deciphering what is real and what is not. It's going to become increasingly hard to do, right?
And this is the reason why we had tonight's program. The cracks in the foundation of the USA and showing you these buildings and everything. Babylon is, like Lisa said, you walking over it. And I'm saying, as long as we stay with it, whatever, all this bullshit that's going on, as long as we stay with it and pump it and gatekeep information against it, because that's what most people you see in social media doing. They're gatekeepers. And they'll tell you, you can just listen to them. We are billionaires row. Now, this is New York City, and I just want everybody to really think about it. What do you think they've been pumping to you all these years from all these cats in New York, the rappers especially? And they showed you in the video right there, Jennifer Lopez got one of them high-rise buildings for $100 million. You see how they pimping them? These are people with money. These are the demons that make up your school, how you go to school, what you wear, what you eat. These are the people that are controlling your lives, aren't they? Aren't they? As long as we stay hugged on to them, I love you, man. As long as we stay with them and be them and want to live on billionaires row and want to wear all their clothes, isn't that one of the things that the entertainment do, get you connected to wearing their stuff and being there? Because I know Lisa, you was at the Met Gala, right? Right, Lisa? Lisa got to tell you her Met. What's that thing they have in New York? The Met
Met
Gala.
Gala, yeah, yeah. Did y'all? Let me see the video. You got the video that I sent you? Let me see. Maybe I got it. Hold on. Oh my God, do I got the Met Gala?
See, these are the people we follow, we worship, we think are gods. Billionaires Row is crumbling. It's crumbling. You see it, right? Now, you guys will see it, but how many other people out there on a Sunday not watching the football game, watching the basketball game, getting drunk, trying to pick up, run these hoes? Well, we don't get it. Watching TV, not thinking, not getting in no think tanks. Remember we used to have think tanks, Lisa?
I've never been in one.
Think tank. I
They
know
still
I
have
ain't supposed to. I ain't supposed to go in there.
have that concept, I'm sure,
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, I don't know.
these are things that used to be done, because people thought, because everybody was getting the same foot in their ass, they were thinking, what's up? But I see they closed that down right along with the bookstores.
Oh yeah, isn't that
Remember the books?
something?
Remember the bookstores used to
Why
be.
don't we have bookstores anymore?
Read.
They don't want people reading.
Yeah, yeah.
That's
Oh,
sad. That's so sad. So sad. So
well, I
sad.
think Jesus is gonna come in with something to replace that.
I hope Jesus does come and do that.
Lord have mercy. You don't know Jesus, baby.
I hope so. I hope his hair is blowing in the wind. I mean, whatever can help, child. Whatever can help. Where's my history? I ain't got no history.
Did you send it to me?
Yeah, I did. I did. What was the Met Gala, right? That's what I was gonna get. It's really weird. I don't have no history.
I don't have no Met Gala stuff.
Yes, you do. I sent you like YouTube of all the videos. I have like 5 or 6 of them. I mean, not YouTube, email. I sent you an email of all this stuff. All kinds of stuff.
I don't have no Met Gala. Well,
you don't. Okay, let me see. Hold on.
Okay. I might. Let me see. Okay, I got it.
Oh, good. I was wearing myself out. What's Jiffy Pop?
I know there's gonna be some cool shit right here.
Well, what's interesting is that the unrelatable, it's unrelatable with Jennifer Lopez, who is, what is she? She can dance, okay, and that's it. She can't sing. She got everybody else lip singing for her, and she can barely act, okay, and yet her mediocre talent has made her so rich that she's buying into that building that you talked about, and she's this multi-millionaire person or whatever she is. Why? And why is it that people that don't do shit get all this money, and yet the person that is keeping the toilets clear and doing the plumbing and keeping things clean and healthy for us, and making our food in these restaurants, and why are they not getting paid? Why are they barely able to keep a roof over their heads? And sometimes they're not, because it's not enough. Why do we have so much excess given to somebody with so little talent, and then people on the bottom are suffering?
What are you talking about?
I'm
What I
talking
mean,
about. I'm talking about
the
Jennifer Lopez and all these people that have no talent, really. The talent of no real consequence or importance or significance, and yet they are being, given all this money in excess. Whereas we got people that are doing essential things, keeping things clean for us, keeping the plumbing working, keeping the streets full, from having garbage all over it. And they're not being paid. They're not barely making enough to make ends meet.
okay. So you know
What do you,
that. You know
yeah.
that. How come they don't know that?
Who don't know that?
The people who you saying keeping shit clean, people who are doing all this work,
Because there's
being
this
teachers to these.
because this is the thing. When you're in the struggle, you're too close to the struggle to realize to really see where you're at and see yourself in the equation and actually do anything to stand on it.
I
It's
don't think that. I know. No.
sometimes the struggle is too deep. Like if you're living survival mode where you don't know where you're sleeping the next night and you don't know what you're eating and you're living on that level, then thinking esoterically about, well, I wonder why I'm in this situation. You don't really have time for that because you're dealing
So
with
you mean okay? So this is what you're
basically
saying to me. This is what you're saying to me. That's all. This is all I want to understand.
right.
You saying a person who lives like that, they don't go to bed at night trying to figure out a way or looking at where what they're living in now has to cease.
This is the thing. I mean, the reality is when you're struggling on that low level of struggle, then you're just trying to figure out, well, if somebody gonna fuck with me tonight, am I gonna be able to stay here tonight? That's number one, right?
Say
Number
that
two,
again. Say that again.
if you really don't have a place, you're gonna be like, oh, can I stay here throughout the night and not get fucked with? That's number one, right? Because you really don't have a place to stay when you're on that level, right? The other thing is, have you eaten? Is your stomach gurgling so loudly that you can't hardly sleep? Even though you ain't even got a good place to sleep because you're sleeping on the ground or you're sleeping on a bench or you're sleeping somewhere uncomfortable and unsafe. So when you're in survival mode, it is not, you are in a different, your priorities are going to
The
be
Met
different.
Gala, another demonic.
Okay, listen. So this is what they're talking about at this Met Gala. So I just want to share it so people can see what. And this is in New York. This is all that demonic. What's that thing they have over in Europe that spins particles around? And you know what I'm talking about, Lisa?
I don't know what be spinning particles around. What does that?
Oh man, the Hydro Collider or something they got in Europe. But anyway,
Oh.
now imagine these indigenous people over here, and this is what you're participating in. This is what I mean, gatekeepers. You keep the masses dumb by doing this dumb shit here. So I just want to share this with you, and after we can, converse
It's
on
saying
this.
CERN, SERN.
CERN. That's it.
Oh.
CERN. Check this out, y'all.
Ceremony where people come and they dress up like demons. Well, it's no surprise that the first one that they show is Beyonce, where she's dressed up as some type of demonic deity.
Beyonce understood the assignment as she attended the 2026 Met Gala in Olivia Rousting, and she did follow the theme of fashion is art, and this is the art she's representing by Caroline Duvall. And I think it's beautiful. It's called The Visitors, or it's like a skeleton ghost in couture. And I believe Beyonce embodied that to a T. Okay, I've never seen this art piece before, but it's beautiful. I love it. It is The Visitor, and yes, Beyonce has brought it to life. So I love when people come in theme. At first, I didn't understand. I just said Beyonce is fashion from her skin to her bones, but it's deeper than that. She is the visitor. She became the visitor because she returned after 10 years, and she's definitely not a visitor. She's a chair member at the Met Gala, but we welcome her back. The world welcomed her back, and she's no longer a visitor, and she is here to stay. I really hope so, Beyonce, because we missed you, but you look good.
The visitor, huh? More like a demon. People use these words like they don't really know what's up. Now, of course, we got SZA, right? Who we all know worships Oshun, and I think this is definitely going to be like some type of a nod to her Yoruba deity that she worships. We see the yellow, we see the flowers. We're going to go ahead and look this one up as well and see if we could find exactly what the meaning is behind this one, because I'm certain it's demonic as well.
Black women taken in their culture is such a beautiful thing. Between Doechii and SZA, I don't know who say better, bringing in their Orishas, channeling their Orishas at the Met Gala. I can't be the only one that noticed this. The stances and all. We love to see it, like, period.
The way people talk nowadays is so annoying. But yeah, it's easy to see that this is exactly what she's doing. Now, I'm not going to focus too much on this, but anything like this is simply demonic and tasteless. This guy, I don't even know who this is, but simply the non-binary or whatever gender fluidness of it all, it's just ridiculous to me. Demonic as it gets. But you know that they do this stuff on purpose, guys. Now, this right here looks so demonic to me. Emma Chamberlain. I don't know who this person is, but she looks dead. She looks like she's dead and strung out. Let's look and see if we can find out what the meaning of her attire was.
This look on the Met Gala red carpet represents my most sincere interpretation of the theme costume art. I regard fashion as a form of art, and I see the human body as the perfect canvas for creation. The colors and brushstrokes on this gown hold my purest love for art. I drew inspiration from the bold, flowing oil painting textures of Van Gogh. The interplay of yellow and blue tones, along with the splattered and blended hues, feels as if I am wearing a living oil painting. My father is a watercolor artist, and every wall in my home is filled with his paintings. Inspired by him, I specially added soft, translucent watercolor wash effects to the hem of the dress. The delicate lightness of watercolor blended with the rich texture of thick oil paint gives the gown striking visual impact. This piece was hand-painted for 40 hours and left to air dry for 4 days. Every single brushstroke carries the heartfelt intention of myself.
Well, it looks very thoughtful, we'll say. We'll be kind, but her eyes are definitely making me think of something dead. Now, we all know Sam Smith is definitely on Satan's team. I don't even know what to say about this look, man. Something about a man dressed up like this just is totally weird to me.
I hear them whispering about the places that you've been and how you.
Yeah, I don't know. Can't find anything about it, but definitely looks weird to me. People are saying they miss the old Sam Smith. Dude used to be semi-regular. I mean, he was always sinful, but this right here, man, ain't what it is. It's the humiliation ritual of it all, man. Like, what's going on with you, bro? What's going on with you? Here we have Madonna, who we know is Kabbalistic, worshiper. Definitely one with the demons. Heidi Klum. She's been on some weird stuff lately, too. Like, what's up with this? That don't even look like her. Look like a mummy. She's a statue, I guess, of some sort.
Statue of Liberty.
Jordan Roth. This is weird. Gender fluid person. Like, why are we like embracing this stuff, man? It's so weird. They make it all weirdo people and all weirdo demonic themes just to get a rise out of people, just so they can be talked about in these humiliation demonic rituals. Kim Kardashian's on some weird stuff. All the come on, man, what's up with the nipples, dude? All the Jenners and Kardashians, and they're all weird. Kendall looked the most normal out of them all. Russell Wilson and Sierra. Now, we all know Sierra claims to be a Christian, but this looks pretty demonic to me. So I don't know what this crown thing is on her head. Let's see if we can find the meaning of that.
Looks
What's
like
up with those earrings?
Got Nefertiti energy going on.
Nefertiti.
Modern day
Walk us through the
Nefertiti.
look.
Nefertiti. Yeah.
Let's go.
You know what? We're with Cara. You know Cara's going to take it far. No, but I'm wearing, my inspiration is Nefertiti, the modern day version, Egyptian queen Rhiannon. So Nefertiti was very, very powerful. She had to be strong. She had to be tough. And I want to represent that. She's also inspired so many people like Grace Jones and our music industry. And so I'm glad I can join the bunch of women that are representing Nefertiti. Got Nefertiti.
So she's representing an Egyptian demon.
Are you the art or the artist tonight? Are you the art? Excuse me. Are you the artist or the artist?
Jason, how would you describe Rihanna in one word?
The artist.
Hello.
Look, good thing.
Jason, are you wearing
You know, me personally, I don't know what Rihanna is doing here in ASAP Rocky, but this outfit looks terrible to me. I just don't get fashion, I guess. This dress is by Mason Margiela, which is, you know, another one of those demonic designers. I just don't get this. This right here looks weird as heck to me, but it is what it is, man. That's gonna do it for this one, though. Leave y'all thoughts down below in the comment section, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Until.
So, Carrie, you there?
Yeah.
So, I
Yes,
mean,
ma'am.
like, this is the thing. The people we have, that they are on such a different level that their excess is so excessive, and that we think that we're living in this USA of democracy and all this other, when we're really living in a feudal system. Somebody said that on TikTok today. He said it's like feudalism. And I was like, you know what? It really is. Because really, it's like there's these rich families that control everything. And then they want to be entertained. So they got all these entertainers, right? Show business people that they allow to rise up and be a part of their court. They are the entertainment for the boring, wealthy, controlling class, right? And then you have the people that serve those people that are very rich. And then you have the people that keep the wheels going for all the other necessities for these people. And then there's the peasants, which do, you know, the daily drudgeries of life. And they allow the peasants to exist, but they actually don't want that many peasants to exist. So they try to decrease the population, which they've been doing quite frequently lately. And so we're not living in a democracy. We're living like it's a chessboard. Like these people, you can't pretend that you're a pawn and play like you're a damn rook or a knight. You're not a knight. You're not a rook. You're not a king. You're not a queen. You're just a pawn, right? And
New
you
age
gotta understand
jesters.
it. Huh?
Bad Saint says new age jesters.
Exactly. That's what Hollywood is. New age jesters. That's all it is, right? And they decide who they want to be their jesters and who they don't. So if they want to let Africans come in and play us, they let Africans come in and play us because they're only present for the entertainment of the wealthy families. Right?
Absolutely.
That's what we got going on. And until we understand, see, and so this whole voting stuff and all these other psyops stuff that they got going on to make you think that you're somebody. I am somebody. No, you're not. You're not somebody to these damn demons. You are nobody. You're just a sack of meat. You're a pawn. You're a peasant. And
we're talking about to these demons. We're not
to these
talking
demons. to these demons. You got to understand that's what you are. If you don't understand that that's what you are and the scheme of what they're doing, then you don't know how to move. You won't know how to move if you don't know they're playing a chess game and they got you as the pawn.
And remember this too. They're in New York, Billionaires Row, where all those buildings are crumbling. Well, we just showed you. You don't think that has a connection? You don't, that you got to put two and two together. And as long as Negroes are sniffing, licking, swallowing, bootlicking, long as you keep doing that, whatever's coming, and I hope you can see it. You know, with the cracks in the government, with the cracks in these buildings, with cracks in damn near everything. Check out the water departments and all these municipalities around the country. If you can't see the cracks in the foundation of the USA and you keep popping up supporting the USA like it's your daddy, then that's what Black people do. That's what African Americans do. Whatever comes their way, remember, you get it too. See, don't pretend like what you know, because what goes around comes around. It's simple. Everything you do comes back to you. That's what the waves on the shore should show you, but we're not into that. We're into Jesus. Can I get a witness?
Mm-hmm.
So that's we don't know. You know, when you ask the Negro, oh, what was your spiritual prophecies about over here, aside from getting other stories from other places? When you ask the Black person that, I'm gonna tell you what's gonna happen. They're gonna get this dumb look in their eyes, followed by, I don't know. You know nothing about yourself, yet you know everything about everybody else, but don't know nothing about yourself. So this is who these talks are for. The children, the grandchildren, the heirs of the indigenous people of America.
Well, yeah, it's for everybody because you know if we don't know, we sure can't teach anybody, and if we're learning and we're not sharing, then we're doing it. We're doing a disservice to everyone around us. Everyone around us should know what we know. Knowing it for yourself and keeping it to yourself is a disservice to everyone. You know, people around you should know what you know, whether they want to or not. Whether they want to or not. They may just blank out on you and stare off into space and start snoring and, you know, friggin' want to fall out and start going into convulsions when you talk. That's fine. But they still should know what you know, whether they want to or not. Because at least they've been informed. They can go ahead and start foaming at the mouth if they want to. But perhaps maybe 1 out of 12, maybe 1 out of 30 will be receptive and be like, oh, I get it. I get it. And be able to make the adjustment, make a change. Like I said, it's not going to be, we always say this is not going to be droves of people that are going to understand what we are understanding. This is a small room thing. It's not about it's not a stadium level situation. You're not going to have stadiums of people that's going to groove with this. This groove is for a small audience. It's for a small set. It's for a small little set and a tiny club, a little corner, and daggone a few chairs and tables. That's what it's for. It is not for a stadium. Everybody's not going to groove with this because it's not for everybody to understand.
It's
But
just that simple.
we owe it to ourselves and to everyone around us to share it with them. Whether they, like I said, if they want to roll their eyes and foam at the mouth, so be it. They've been informed. They may get it on the back end. They may, oh, that's what you was trying to tell me. You know, they might. Or they might not never get it at all.
But they have no excuses for not knowing.
Not when you share it like you're supposed to share it. And that's what we want you to do. Share it like you need to share it. And understand that, you know, hey, this is what it is. They are illusionists. They playing chess with our lives. We are the pawns to them. Knowledge is power. If you understand how they see you, then when you come out your suit and you say, I'm not a damn pawn. I'm a teach you. I'm gonna let you. I'm gonna show you better than. I'm gonna show you. I'm not a pawn. Okay. You gotta show them. You gotta show and prove you're not a pawn because you don't move like a pawn, right? So
That's
when
right.
you show and prove that you're not a pawn, they're gonna understand it's gonna change the game. But that's what you got to do. The only way to fix this is to change the game because the game is rigged against you. So you got to step out of being a pawn. You got to change the game in order to make this thing different. This game ain't working. You want to play chess, take your pieces and march yourself back over that damn water. Go play chess over there. We play checkers.
Can I get a witness? Well, Lisa, any last words before we get out of here tonight?
Well, I just want you all to remember that. I mean, okay, although we talked about the fact that this is crumbling, this ain't your world, it's crumbling. The crumbling of this daggone government is the rise of ours, is the resurrection of our nations. But we can't resurrect the nations if we're not already people. We can't resurrect the nations if we're not ready to stand up. We can't resurrect anything if we're scared. And we can't resurrect anything if we think they have power that they don't have. If we believe it, if we believe that they have power that they really don't have, then they actually do have the power because our belief in it grants them the power. So the first thing we have to understand is this is a game that they've been playing. They're illusionists and they are full of lies. In order for us to turn this thing around and make this planet better is we got to understand that we have the power to win. And the truth is way more powerful than their lies. But we got to stand up and be willing to speak the truth and stand on the truth fearlessly. Stand on the truth fearlessly. It's not for the weak. It ain't for everybody. But if you are that body, then you need to get yourself in gear. That's all I got to say.
Remember, if you don't know the truth, find out. All you got to do is ask yourself. You guys have a good night. Peace.